This is Sam Presto from Sam Presto Films. Today I'm going to be taking you step by step on how to use Adobe Premiere Pro for the first time. Without wasting your time, let's get started. Here's our Premiere Pro CC 2019. Okay, when you open the Adobe Premiere Pro CC 2019, this is how it opens. You come to this side and click on the Create New Project. You title your project with what you want to title it with. Let's title this with Test Project. Okay, now this is very important, the location at which you want to save this. So you have to come here. Okay, the location at which you want to save this, you come here, you choose your location. Okay, this is a tutorial here and it's on my document. I have a folder here called tutorial, so I'm going to be saving it inside this document folder on my document. Okay, now I know where the folder, the project is saved. So this is other settings and this ingest settings. I'm going to be doing tutorial on ingest settings very soon, but today we are not doing any of that. So let's just click OK. Okay, this is the default setting of your interface, Adobe Premiere CC 2019. This is the interface it opens up with. So there's 3 ways of which you can import media on this software. One, by using this place, click on the file and hit import. So you locate where your clip is saved. So I have a lot of clips here. Let me look for any of the tutorial Facebook profile. So I can click this and hit import. It shows you that is where you import the first. There's another way to import. I can double click on this place, this library where you have this. I can double click on it and it take me to where I want to import from. I can import from desktop again, anywhere. I can import this from desktop. Or import this. Let's leave it with this on desktop. I hit import. Then the third way, I can drag and drop from my, let's go to picture. Now I want to just import the videos from different places. Let's go to document and see if I have video there. I don't. Okay, let's import it from movie. So I will drag and drop a movie. Clip here. Let me drag and drop this YouTube ad. Then go so big. Just drag, immediately shows you the hand. You can let go, so it will import. Okay, I have my 3 clips here now that I've imported. If these are raw clips, there's a way to sort them out. Immediately import them so that you get them in ascending orders and well sorted out the way it was shot. So you click here and click shot, so it will arrange them the way it's shot. Then I put ascending order, but they are not raw clips, they're already edited clips from my previous projects. So I can always click them by name. So okay, this is it. So it groups it there by name. So the next thing we are going to be doing is to create a sequence. And how do you create a sequence? From this you can see drop media here to create sequence. So that's the best way. Those days you have to know the media file you're using. You have to know the type of file and replicate a sequence by going to new, create sequence, and it pops up like this dialog, so you know if you shot the video on 25 frames or 30 frames. But instead of getting confused trying to get the right sequence from the preset here, so the best way now with the CC family is just to click and drop it on this sequence here. What this does for you is to create a sequence based on the setting of the video. So what you're seeing here now, you're seeing something like, let me take this up so that it's bigger. So let me expand it here. So what you're seeing here now it's like a duplicate of the same video we dragged here. If you look here closely, we see something that has two lines, two tracks with a playhead pointing down. That is a sequence preview, looking like a sequence. So that's when you know that this is your sequence. While if you look at here, we see something that looks like a video sign and an audio sign. So meaning that this is your footage, this is your clip. So what we'll do on the sequence is to rename the sequence with the name we want to save the final video with. So we click on this here and we rename it. What do I want to rename it with? I want to rename it with test. So I hit test. So I test project, test project. So test project is name. If you look here, the sequence name has changed to test project. So what it does is just match the settings of this clip to create the sequence for me. So if I right click here and check properties, I will see this is properties. I'll see it's 1440 by 1080, 25 frames, 48 has. So if I come to this, I will see it's the same thing. If I check properties, I will see it's the same thing, 1440 by 1080, 25 frames. So the audio 48 Hz. So it's the same thing. So now when you're editing this way too and you have multiple clips that you're not sure is the same thing, so you need to watch out for that and know if other clips have the same properties with this. If they are not, I'm going to be doing a tutorial how to actually merge two clips and make them the same sequence, the same properties. Like if you have a clip that is shot on 24 frames, I'm going to be showing you how to change that clip, other clip that is shot on 30 frames to 24 frames to suit your sequence, so that you don't have a jumpy videos while you're editing. But today we are not going to be doing that. So I'll just teach you the basic things you need to know about Premiere Pro and how to cut. So now that we have our video here on our sequence, which is our timeline, so there's things you need to understand here. You see this playhead here, see it like a video camera recording whatever is on this track, video track. You have track 1, track 2, track 3, you have multiple track. So what this guy does is to look down and see whatever is here and display it on this source monitor. This program monitor. This is our source monitor. I will double click on a video to show you the source monitor. So what this does is to show you whenever I scroll up down, it shows me what is here. It brings it up here. So this playhead here is more like the video camera that displays on a displaying screen. If you're a media person, you understand what I mean. This is a video camera here and it's attached to this TV screen, which is over here. So any place I move the video camera to, that's what it shows. So see it that way, it will help you if you're coming into Premiere Pro for the first time. If you see it that way, it will make you understand what sequence is all about and what you're here to do. So what you're here to do is to look at this clip, the places you want and the places you don't want, remove it and keep the place you want based on the shot. So now I want to record this clip and cut the point that shows Facebook. So I want to keep only the point that shows the intro. So what I do, there's two ways I can do that. There's two basic things you need to know today, tools you need to be using today, which is the selection tools, which the shortcut is V, and the razor tool with a shortcut of C. The two basic tools you need to know today. So now I can actually trim this video without using the razor tool. How do I do that? If I bring this video, bring my selection tool to the edge, you see a bracket sign pointing an arrow towards my right. It means I can trim towards my right. I trim this video here, then I take my playhead to see what I've trimmed to the starting of the video. So now this is where I want to trim from. So another way, I use my minus key and the plus key to zoom into my timeline, minus key to zoom out, to zoom in so that I see what I want to do. So I'm zooming out right now with the minus keyboard. Okay, now if I place my mouse here, I can see the same arrow in a bracket form pointing towards my left. So I trim towards left. As you're trimming, you notice on the program monitor it's showing you the videos at the point you're passing. So it's showing all the videos on that particular point. So you'll be seeing it till you get to the point where you want to stop trimming. Now this is the point I want to stop trimming. I will release it and it goes back to the video where I have my playhead, which is this on. Okay, so now this clip for me, I'm good to go with this clip, but now I have space here. What do I do? Click on this place and hit the delete button. So to remove the black space, so my playhead starts from beginning. This is how the video starts and ends this way. So now I want to bring in another video from here, but first of all I need to teach you how to organize this library right here. So we call this project settings. So why not let's create a bin. This is your bin. Let's title this sequence. Since these are sequence, so arrange sequence so that we don't get confused with other clips here. Sequence. So we look for the test project and drag it and drop it inside the sequence bin or folder. So let's create another bin, folder, bin or folder, anyone. So for editors, they know it as bin, but you coming from being an editor for the first time, it's the same thing with a folder. So let's create another bin and we title these clips, imported clips. Imported clips. Okay, we hit OK. So what we're going to do is to take all our clip and put here. Drag all the clips and put here. Now you notice it says 2 items. So let's drag the third one and put it there. So now we have 3 items. So anybody that is coming to, any professional that is seeing your project now knows that all my clips are here, my sequence is here, in case I need to create multiple sequence. If I create another sequence, I put it inside this bin. Okay, so we can still, depending on what you want to achieve, so we can create another bin ahead of time. Before we start importing, we can create another bin and call it audio or sound. Let's say sounds. So in case we import any soundtrack, we'll put it here. So let's look for a sound and bring it in. This is a soundtrack. Let's drop it here. So now this sound, you can see the audio wave. So we can put it inside our sound. So this is how you get your library organized. So now let's bring in, we finished streaming this video, we need to add more videos. That is basically what we want to do here today, to teach you how to import your videos, edit it and export it for the first time. So now you need to add more videos on your clips. This is the bin you created to put all your imported clips. So you can double click on it. So you see the 3 clips. Without the sequence, without the audio, everything is organized here. So you know this bin has your 3 clips. So if you want to go back to the other place, you see the test project, that is where all the folders are. These are the folders. So you can always come to the test project up here, click on it to see other folders. So this is your imported clips here. So let's bring in another clip. But there's a way I'm going to be teaching you how to bring another clip, since you're not going to be using all the clip. So you can always click, drag it and drop here. But it's too long, you're not using it all, and you start cutting. So okay, let's do it this way. This one I'll teach you how to use the source monitor to bring the selected clip. Then the third video, I will bring it to the timeline and cut it. So let's delete this. Then this is the video we want to bring in. Let's double click on it. First of all, let's take our playhead here. This is our playhead. So let's double click on this video and see what happens. Whoa, something opens here. So this is called our source monitor. This over here is called our source monitor, and this here is called the program monitor. And this is your sequence, this is your library. So now we double click on this YouTube ad video. This is the source monitor. If you click, it has its own playhead too. Once you drag on it, you will see every point you want to import. So, but now we are not importing the whole clip. We just want to import the intros too and stop at the intro. So what we'll do is either we hit the space bar to play it.
Hello guys, this is Sam Presto
and
from
space
Sam
bar
Presto
to
Films.
stop it too, or you drag it. You can drag, okay, and you want to feel like where the name shows, that is where you want to start. This little mark in here, we can always use this mark in. This mark in means select from this point. Mark in. Once I hit the mark in, select from that point. Then I scroll again or play. See the point I feel, okay, I want to stop to before the YouTube interface pops out. So I want to stop there, here. So, okay, no, here. This way I want to stop. Then I will do my mark out. So I click on the mark out. It has trimmed this video from the mark in to mark out. So when I drag this video, drag video only, you can drag video only or drag both. When I drag this video, it brings just the place I want to work on. So you can see it, instead of the long video, it's bringing this short place I've trimmed. So this is the particular place I want to use. So for the meantime, you click here and hit delete. It aligns the video and remove the black space. So from this video, jumps to this. So when you hit play with the space bar,
okay, let me not waste your time. Let's get started. We're doing this tutorial fast, and I'm doing it now.
You hit the space bar again, it starts playing. So we've seen that, okay, we imported a clip from this, we've gotten another clip. So let's bring in our third clip. The third clip, this is the third clip, project 2020. So what do? I don't want to use the source monitor to open it. I want to bring it on the timeline so that I can use the razor tool to cut it. Remember the first clip, which is this, we use the free tool, the selection tool, to trim it by dragging in and out. The second clip, we use the source monitor to trim it. So this third clip, I'm going to be using the razor tool to trim it. So this is basically 3 ways at which you can work on your videos and trim it. So I'm going to click on this video and drag it to the sequence here. So I take my playhead over here and drag towards it. So the same thing, I just want to get a little bit intro here and cut. So now as I'm dragging, I'm seeing it, I'm reviewing it on the program monitor. I want to start the video from here where my hand is up. So what I will do, I'll select this, the razor tool or the C, shortcut C. If I click here, because it splits the video into 2. The one that is selected, I can hit delete, the short one goes. So I drag again with my playhead. I still have the razor tool selected, so I will be careful not to click on anything again. So I just drag this to where I feel I want to stop. This place again that my hand is closed, I hit the razor tool here again. You split the video, but this time around, this selected clip here is the one I want. So I need to select this, and I cannot select with the razor tools on. So I need to switch it back to selection tool. How do I do that? I come here and click on the selection tools or press V to change it. So now I select here and I hit delete. So I use minus button to zoom out, plus button to zoom in. So I use the minus button to narrow it down to see my timeline. So now there's a space here. If I scroll, there's a blank space here. How do you cover the blank space? Click on this blank space and hit the delete button. So it brings the clips all together. Now the clips are all together. This is the clip, this is how I want to do with the videos. So now my video is good. I've trimmed the 3 videos the way I want it, and I feel this is how I want to work with the videos. But now let me teach you, in case you want to, we imported an audio sound. In case we want to overlay sounds under, let's see, this is our sound. let's go back to this place, little place here, and click on our sound. This is the sound. So we can always, the same way, we can drag the same way we did for the video. We can use that same way to bring in this sound by bringing it here, select it, or taking it up here. So, but the best way I think is by using the source monitor to edit the sound. So we can always double click on it, then play the sound and listen to where you want to select from. So you play with the space bar and you also stop with the space bar. I think I want to start the sound from here. I hit the mark in, or you hit I, which is the shortcut I. Then I drag it a bit. I want to stop here too. I hit the mark out, or I hit the O button, O, to mark out. So now what this does for me, if I drag this audio here, I will drag the place at which I trimmed. So I didn't drag all the audio. So right now I have audio clip starting 8. So at this point I have sound. I can reduce the sound by reducing the gain. If I right click gain, I can reduce the gain by hitting -10 and OK it. Friday, my name is Sam Presto from Sam Presto Films. Okay, still a little bit loud. Can still reduce the gain more. -5 plus the other 10, so it's showing me -15 now. I hit OK. I still come to Friday. My name is Sam Presto from. Still clashing, so let's still reduce more. -7 now. So let's hit OK. Come to Friday. My name is Sam Presto from Sam Presto Films. Okay, this is a little bit better. Okay, now this is how you can take your soundtrack audio and put it under the audio track. So we can also overlay something here. So we can decide to bring in something here and overlay. Now let's go back to here, our project. On the clip, let's double click on the clip again. It brings us here, so we can now import another clip on this folder. So we can just come to file and say import. So look for the location at which we want to import. And here I can decide to import a picture. Let's say picture. Let's import this picture. Import. Okay, I drag it and drop it over here. Okay, this is a Presto Film logo. So now if I notice the logo is a little bit small, it didn't cover the frame. So there's a way to sort this out. If you want it to cover the frame, right click on this and you see set to frame size. So it will hit set to frame size, pushes it, or you say scale. You can use set to frame size or scale to frame size, pushes it further. So but this frame is now getting bigger. Let's look for another. Let's delete this and this. Let's look for another picture that can actually scale to frame size. Import another picture that can actually scale to frame size. Okay, I did a promo on this. Okay, let's import this picture. Let's drag this picture and drop it here. Okay, this picture is way bigger than the frame size, so it's still the same thing. So if I hit right click and it brings in the option, I will say set to frame size. So you see the way it moved down and everything on the picture is now showing. So this is how you add more clips on the timeline. So if I drag this little playhead over to this place that has the pictures I just imported, look at what will happen. Immediately it gets to it, shows on the program monitor. So this playhead actually shows anything that is on top. So anything that is here that is on top, it shows it. But it's still showing here and here because this picture is a portrait picture, it's not a landscape. So it didn't cover here and here. So that's why we could still see here. Had it been a landscape picture design, it would have covered everywhere. So it shows it. By the time we drag past it, it goes back to the video. You see? So there's a little ways you can manipulate these videos by adding transition. That's a way to blend them. So when you're done now, always add transition and you're good to go. So how do you get to your transition? You come over here, click on effects, video transitions. So dissolve is a better way to bring in this video. Like this video, you can open it with deep to black. You drag and drop it at the starting of your video. See, deep to black, so it fades out from black to the video. Watch. We play with our spacebar and stop with the spacebar.
Welcome to Fun Friday. My name is Sam Presto from Sam Presto Films.
Okay, so the same way I can introduce this digital marketing with a dissolve, cross dissolve. So it blends in instead of just jumping in like this.
So films, and today we are going to be talking about.
Okay, the same way you fade it out with another transition, dissolve. So if I close here, it gradually fades out. So these two clips too, you need a transition to blend the two.
We're doing this
instead of jumping in. So you put transitions in between two clips, or else what you're editing you don't feel like you need transitions. You plan it out, but normally you dissolve, you blend your shot, your clip with another clip.
We're doing this tutorial.
So let's blend the last clip and we are good to go. Okay.
A YouTube games and this.
Okay. Now this is where I'm going to be stopping for today. So the next tutorial, I'm going to be telling you how you can actually put some titles like this on this video, and how you can export it out. Title it, make a very good titling, and export the video. So if you've not subscribed, hit the subscribe button for the part 2 of this tutorial that is coming to you very soon. Thank you, and this is Sam Presto for Sam Presto Films, signing out.